What's up? This is how to make something like Whiplash Light, stuff like that by 2HOLLIS. There's like soft pads, EDM-y, pop stuff. So for this, I started with just like this completely plain super saw. Is literally just like saw. For the chord progression, just like C major or D major actually. D major, real simple. But what you gotta do is these stutters. So what I did is I'd like go half step, make a stutter like this, highlight it all, and then hold Alt to make it short, which then makes it like that. But basically just did that, made these chords super big, super fat. And here's what that sounds like. Then next, I've got this little kind of ARP layer. And this is basically, it's like a real simple pluck with this macro 1 routed to the decay. So as I turn this macro up, it like makes it like kind of come in over time. Just got like a smidge of hyperdimension, absolute smidge of flanger, and a little bit of like room reverb. And that's about all for that. Then for the intro, I've got this pop piano from Xenology, and I turned this release all the way down, and then is basically just playing the same chords as the super saw. Pretty simple. Then I've got this variation of the piano, which adds like this little top melody. Then now, for the most important sound of them all, we got the bass. Now I did not make this bass. I got it from a cymatics bank. But basically, just real fat, playing the bass notes, same rhythm as the chords, like couple octave jumps or different notes, just holding it down. And then I have that layered with like a old faithful fat super saw. I've made this preset so many times. Basically, diode distortion, fat saw. And that's playing the same pattern as the other bass sound. I got another variation for like a octave up at the end. And then another variation where they're all like legatoed together. And then for part of the intro, I have this Xenology live bass with the release all the way down like the piano is. And that just comes in for like one tiny little section. Then I've got this lead that I made. It's just two saws FM to each other, oscillator B and octave up, just some diode distortion, radio filter, and it's also got some glide as well. So this just kind of plays like this little lead line that goes along with the rhythm of the chords. And then finally for the melody, I've just got this one last little layer that's basically a super square instead of a super saw. Then it's FM'd by this saw, so without the other saw in there, and then with the saw, and nothing on the effects. This is basically just playing the thirds of the chords. Basically the goal with the stacks is just to get the sound as fat and full as possible. So then what I did is I took all of those melodies into this one pattern, which sounds like this. And then I right-clicked, quick rendered, and then dragged it in, and I created this automation clip on this channel pitch to give it like these pitch dives and pitch ramps on certain parts. So like here it ramps in, and here it goes down. It's very subtle, but it's what takes it from boring to like movement and interesting. And then for the drums, just real simple, got this pop kick. It's a plain clap. And then the hi-hat, just like a classic dance beat. And then of course at the end you gotta have a little snare fill. Then I bring in this little snare here. And that's like real subtle in the back. You wouldn't even really notice it. Then I also bring in this trap loop, which I just basically stole a little open hat from and used it to create like this rise and fall. I guess last things would be like intro ambiances with this piano. And also, most of these like serum channels are completely dry or just EQ'd mainly. This Soothe 2 demuddying the bass is really great for respaces because it takes out a lot of that like it's like clashing. And yeah, but literally on all of these I just have like an EQ and that's it. Then I have them all routed to this bus with kickstart on it, which is what gives it like that sidechain sound. So without the kickstart, it would sound like this. And then with the kickstart, basically just gives it that pulsing sound. I also just remembered, you need the cashmere underscore snare underscore enhancer underscore 01 underscore breaking glass underscore. You need this. Use it in every fill. Then I've also got this like drop clap loop that I just stole a clap from to get this like reverb tail. But basically you just want to make sure throughout it you're switching it up, just making it like different for every section. So here I legato the pads and keep the bass staccato. Then the next time around I bring in the staccato piano and legato the bass, so it like creates this change from one being short, one being long, and switches it. But that's basically it. Main things to take away from this is to just keep it simple. Just find what works and just make it thick and keep it simple. You don't want to do anything too crazy. Just some nice pop, some EDM chords. You got yourself a song. Raising hell, heaven falls, wishing